Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And the Devil card. Devil card's been showing up a lot lately, right? For Capricorn, but for a lot of signs, yeah. And this is our motivation. This is our drive. This is, this is really asking us the question, what is motivating us? What are we after? What is the mountain that we're all trying to climb right now? What is it that we really desire in life? What is our goal? Let's get after it. Is our goal right now, kind of a happy, contented life? Is it just, is it warmth? Is it friendship? Is it love? Like, what are we after? What is it that your soul really desires? What is the mountain that you're climbing? Yeah. What is the work that you're doing? And it's not just, well, my goal is to, cook dinner tonight or something, right? That's a good goal. But, more like life goals, It doesn't have to be long-term, 10-year goal. What's your 10-year plan? No, it's like, what are you hoping to accomplish this year? What are you hoping to accomplish, in the next couple of months, let's say? Yeah. What is the goal that we're after? Let's put this card into a little bit of context, because sometimes this is a card that is like, we're sort of distracted by other minor goals that aren't really helping us get to the big picture. Sometimes this card is saying that we are, we are aspiring to these goals that are bigger than we are. Yeah, to these long-term, maybe we are aspiring toward legacy or to be the greatest of all time at something. Yeah. Ace of Swords. I feel like you know what you're after. We got the Prince of Wands, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, there was a time where you didn't know what you were doing or why. Here you are now with that Cancer energy, the Knight of Cups. This is something that you are serving to the world. Okay? So it is outside of ego. And of course, the Hermit here kind of, I think, really following this path of the devil in that kind of that solitary kind of path, where we've got our head down and we're doing the work. We're not trying to get distracted by a million different things. You're not getting your horns tangled up in any fences. You're going straight up the mountain. And you're not paying attention to the noise of life. You are focused. Yeah. It's perfect. This is really good energy. 6 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. 9 of Wands. Yeah, I think that this feels like it's kind of the home stretch for you. I feel like you've been really putting in that work and you've been guided by your cosmic consciousness. You've been guided by your truth. Your quest. Okay? This is clarity. This is a connection with the divine. This is a connection to the universe, to that cosmic consciousness. And I think that your mind has been one-pointed. Your mind has been very sharp. Yeah. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right over here with Dwight K. Schrute right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together. And it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comments right below the video. Now, as we look around the room, we see 1, 2 majors. We see some good fire. We see water, water, water. Now, the Ten of Cups is in this position. This is the position of the jail, right? This is our fear, worry, concern. This is the great river that we need to cross. This is, to me, I kind of been looking at this position of the spread as like the energy that's sort of locked up, and we need to free it. You know, so it feels like this is what we're trying to unlock in our lives. Yeah, I think this is it. This is something that we know is there in potential form. It's the Ten of Cups. It's the dream come true. It's happiness, contentment, peace, joy, love, bliss, ecstasy. It is that dream life. Right now it's locked up. And you're doing that work of unlocking it. Unlocking this energy in your life. That's what you're doing. And I think you're very, very close. I think you're closer than you realize. I think this is the home stretch. So we've got water, we've got air and air, and we have a little bit of earth. We have a little bit of earth, not a lot. But of course the Capricorn and the Virgo energies, these are very earthy cards as well. Now we're going to start with our Devil card once again, because this is about your desire and your drive. Okay? The desire for that life. You desire the Ten of Cups life, right? And I think you've been wrestling with that desire or with the path to get there. But now this desire is the source of your power and your progress. Okay? The desire here is the engine. It's the desire for pleasure, yeah. It's the desire for sovereignty. And it's the desire for creation. It's the drives. The Devil card represents those 3 drives of the human being. And I think that your 3 drives have been functioning as one. And that is like unstoppable. Unstoppable. And what you're doing is you're unlocking true happiness and true contentment and true bliss. You're unlocking your dream life. This is the life that you desire. And that's what you're unlocking. That's what you're creating. It's the satisfaction of those desires. It's the achievement of sovereignty. It's the result of you being sovereign and climbing that mountain. I think you're so close to the summit of that mountain. You might not be able to see it just yet, but it's there. Okay? Very, very close. The Ace of Swords is, of course, your truth. This is your Excalibur. This is your mission statement. You know, this is you knowing who you are, why you're here. You have an objective in your life. And it seems to be an objective or a goal that you were able to formulate into one very simple sentence, like a mission statement, you know. I feel also that there is some kind of insight or some kind of like decision that's coming into your life that's going to make everything much more clear. Okay, there's a sharp moment of clarity, a breakthrough that's coming for you, especially as we're going to talk about our 7 of Pentacles here in the environment. You're looking at your world and you're seeing the 7 of Pentacles. You're seeing like something's not working, something's not right. Something's failing, something's not growing the way it should, or it feels like we're not making the progress, or feeling like I don't know exactly, you know, if my efforts are working. You're getting the clarity that's going to break right through this illusion of failure. Okay? It's going to make things seem so much more clear to you. So I think that there is this flash of insight that's arriving for you. There's a truth that's breaking through. It's a moment of absolute clarity. Okay? And this is going to help you to take the final step and get to that, the final step that's going to unlock that 10 of Cups for you. Okay, because right now we're here, and we're trying to go up this way, and we're feeling like, okay, there's a puzzle here that we need to solve. This is the answer to the puzzle. And this is going to allow you then to unlock that. It's almost like a what is that movie, National Treasure or something, or Da Vinci Code kind of thing. There's a puzzle that needs to be solved, and you're getting the answer that you need. All right. Down beneath the surface with your Prince of Wands, this is fire. This is fixed fire. This is enthusiasm. This is motivation that is not going to quit. It cannot quit. Okay? This is action. This is drive. This is if the devil is the engine of the car, this is the combustion of that engine. This is you keeping that engine going by putting your foot on the gas. Okay? This is you on your adventure. You're on your quest. You're charismatic. I feel like you're making bold moves. You're advancing. You're responding. You're showing courage. You're taking decisive action toward your goal. Your enthusiasm is visible to the rest of the world right now. Okay? Don't tone it down. Don't dim your light. This is a burst of energy that it's the cruise control. It's saying, I brought myself up to speed. I'm 55 miles an hour. I'm clicking the cruise control, and I'm not slowing down. Okay? You're moving your story forward. You're making progress. And yeah, you might be up against a bit of a puzzle right now, or this kind of, the path might seem a little bit dim or a little bit dark. You're going to get the clarity. You're going to get, this almost looks like a pair of headlights, doesn't it? A flashlight, right? You're going to shine right through that little dark patch that we're approaching. And that's kind of like, that's the dark patch that on the other side of it, obviously, is the 10 of Cups. You're not being impatient. Okay? You're being consistent. You're passionate. Passion sets the direction. Wisdom sets the pace. You're making moves that your future self is going to thank you for. Okay? You're being bold. You're being intentional. It's beautiful. In the recent past, though, what do we have but the 8 of Swords? A little bit of confusion, huh? A little bit of circling that desire. Circling the base of the mountain, thinking, I don't know if I should go up. I don't know which path to take. There was a period of doubt. There was a period of overthinking where your mind maybe was interfering with that devil energy that says, I want this and I'm going to go get it. That's the devil card. Devil's not a bad card. Could be. I mean, it's the engine of the car. It's neutral. It could be used for good or evil, right? This is your desire. That's your drive. It's the engine. The engine of the car doesn't care where the car goes. It's up to us to steer the car. This is you. I don't know where to steer the car. I don't know if I should go to the top of this mountain or this mountain or this mountain. I want that mountain, but now I don't know how to get up there. So we're looking. This is us circling the idea. We're going round and round. It's more like a figure 8, right? 8 of Swords, figure 8. We keep looping back in. Should I do it? No. Yes. Should I do it? No. Yeah, I want to do it. I don't know. So there was that kind of, overthinking energy, confusion, mental blockage. But I think now with that Ace of Swords, there is clarity. You know your path. You know which way to go. You're doing it. Yeah, I think that if you're approaching a little bit of a 7 of Pentacles, your clarity of your mind is going to go right through this particular obstacle, and you're going to be at that dream life. But I think in the recent past, there was a little bit of this cluttered mind. Too many voices, too many opinions, too many what ifs, too many ifs, ands, or buts, Now there's one message. There is one word for you. Okay? There is one clear priority. Because this is a lot of thinking about something. This is self-doubt. This is confusion. This is your mind interfering with your feet. We don't have to wait until we have all the answers before we just say, I know what I want and I'm going to go get it. And we start moving our feet. Okay, so I feel that you got out of this mode anyway. Okay. And I think that you're able to control your thoughts to a certain degree. Yeah. Anyway, so that's behind you now. Up above is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups, first and foremost, is looking at the future. Having a vision of what? The Ten of Cups. Just like the Knight of Pentacles, looking at the future and seeing the Ten of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups is looking at the future and seeing the Ten of Cups. That's your best life. That's the future you. This is who you are, where you are, and what you're doing down the road. Not in its visible light spectrum details, but in its feeling. This is the life you desire. So we all have goals, right? Say, I want to achieve, a certain number of subscribers or something, right? Or a certain amount of views every day. Sure, that's the goal. That's the practical, factual goal. Why do you want that goal? Because it's going to make me feel this way. Because it's going to satisfy me. It's going to make me feel content for a moment. It's going to, it's going to lead to that feeling of connectedness or love or whatever it is that you're after. This is why you want it. We don't want the thing. We want the feeling that getting the thing is going to make us feel. Does that make sense? This is how you want your life to feel. Regardless of how it's going to look. And I don't know it doesn't matter what you're doing. What matters is who you are. What matters is your character, your heart and your mind, why you want it, and who you're becoming. So the Knight of Cups anyway is having that vision, but also is on a spiritual quest. You've had a spiritual calling. You have a devotion. It's a sacred romance with life. Okay? And this is you serving the world. This is your own special gift. You have your own unique offering to the larger world. And maybe you're a painter. Maybe you're a sculptor. Maybe you're a musician. Maybe you're a banker. Maybe you're a grocery store clerk. Maybe you're an office worker. Maybe, I don't know, it doesn't matter. That's not the point. It's not what you're doing, but it's that feeling of being on a spiritual quest, that you are doing your divine service to the universe. This is literally you serving the world. In what capacity do you serve this world? It doesn't have to be some grand, spectacular stage. It's just maybe you got kids. Maybe you're the work that you're doing at your job, or maybe you write poetry or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. If you want to share it with our community here, please do. Keep following that calling. Yeah, you're moving with grace. You're moving with intention. Your actions are guided by this meaning, this purpose. Yeah. This sense of, serving the world. What is your offering? What is your gift that you're giving to the world? Okay, and it may just be locally, just in your community. It could be something that's more international. I don't know. You're offering something of your heart to the world. It's art. It's a project, it's an endeavor, it's an accomplishment. You desire something that goes beyond just ego, because you're on a spiritual quest. You're a knight of the Holy Grail, and you're serving something that's bigger than you. And you are offering your services to the universe. So that means that you're fulfilling your destiny. You're doing what you're meant to do on this plane of existence. And moving forward into this hermit mode, it's a reminder to trust your light. Don't let anybody else tell you that you're doing it wrong, okay? Nobody else is on this path but you. Each of us has our own Tao, our own path, our own way of doing life, our own way of living a life that is true to us. It's not about what you're doing. It's about how and why you're doing it, okay? So it's not like, well, I guess I'm meant to be a painter. I'm meant to be a tarot reader. I'm meant to be, a data entry clerk, or I'm meant to be a blacksmith. No, that's just possibly the way that you might be expressing yourself and your essence and your truth and your light in that moment. But it doesn't mean that you have to be a blacksmith for the rest of your life. It's not about what you're doing. It's about how and why you're doing it. That's what pure will is. That's what destiny is. It's not really a destination, it's the journey itself. The destination only exists to justify the journey. The summit of the mountain only exists to justify the climb. The goal doesn't really matter. But it's how you go about achieving it that does, and who you become along the way. We each have our own particular Tao, or the way that we live our lives, the way that we function, the way that we interact, the way that we relate to people, the way we talk, the way we think, the way we speak, the way we move our hands when we talk. I'm Italian, so I can do that. Half Italian, half Greek, half Italian. So this is really about you following your inner light, okay, and trusting the insight that you have using your lamp to lead yourself forward. Nobody else is on this path. Now, our paths will intersect. A lot of us have parallel paths that eventually might cross and maybe diverge. Life is, two parallel lines out in space will eventually cross because space-time is curved. I don't care how straight you're going, eventually your paths are going to cross. So really, it's going like this, but it's spiraling. It's a double helix, really, right? It's a spiral road. And we're all on our own spiral road, and our paths will cross, and we'll be going side by side for a long time, and it'll be great. We might go like this a little bit, and we'll come back. Okay? But ultimately, each of us are on our own individual journey. But it's not loneliness. Okay? And so, protect yourself from outside influences. Don't let anybody else tell you what you should be doing. No, that's should is my least favorite word, I think. Should. You should be doing this. I think you're doing exactly what you should be doing. You know what you should be doing. So for nobody else to tell you, okay? Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. The readings are totally free. Let's talk about the path of the serpent. Let's talk about our Six of Cups. Six of Cups is love. Six of Cups is not feeling lonely, feeling connected with the universe. Feeling as if your family is the universe. Everybody you meet is a brother and a sister. Okay? Everybody you meet is a mother or a father or a son or a daughter. We're all family, I guess, is kind of what it's saying, right? That's what the Six of Cups is. This is your general energy. You're going through life feeling warm, feeling comfortable, emotional safety. I feel like you radiate a safety where people feel like they can come to you, like you're a safe person. Yet if there was a kid running around lost, they would come to you and say, can you keep me safe? That makes me want to cry. Because I feel like you have that that aura about you. You know? You have an ability to connect with people. I think that you have a glowing, radiant heart. And your aura is golden right now. Golden. And I think that you have the ability to make friends, to make family everywhere you go. And I feel like you like sweet things, don't you? You have a sweet tooth, like I do. I feel like you've been enjoying those kinds of things more. Maybe it's just sweet things generally, like music and art and playing. And I think candy or ice cream or something like that too. I'm getting a picture of those holiday mints, the peppermints, the red and white ones. Those are so good. Simple pleasures. Tea, a blanket, a bath, a walk. I think you have an ability to connect with people and make people feel at home in your presence. Because I think you feel at home wherever you go. Not that you're kicking off your shoes and putting your feet on everybody's table, but that like you feel comfortable and safe and warm in any environment, that people come in and they think, okay, this must be a safe place. You change the vibe of the room. You're like that glowing candle in the room. Your aura is golden right now. I don't know if anyone's ever told you that. It's golden. Yeah. Ask around. They'll tell you. Anyway, in the environment with that Seven of Pentacles, there is this puzzle for you to solve. It's not all just sweetness right now, There's a little bit of a puzzle for you to solve because of the Seven of Pentacles in the environment. And I think that this is the final, it's almost like you're in an escape room. This is the final clue. This is the final puzzle for you to solve. It might be a little bit of a delay. It might be the progress has slowed down just a little bit. Or it feels a little sluggish. Doesn't mean it's not working. Okay? It means that this is the final push before you are here. This is the hedge around the dark, scary forest. And so this might feel the most prickly as you part the fir trees and you sneak between the bushes. And on the other side is this. Okay, this might feel a little scratchy, a little prickly. Okay. You might have to adjust the method. You might have to squeeze a little bit to get through the bushes. Don't quit. Don't change course. Don't give up. It's a little puzzle. It's a little delay. It may be just a minor or it may look like a minor setback. But it's really the doorway to that dream come true. Okay? So this is just, this is the last puzzle, last doorway. Yeah. And on the other side, gosh, 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is everything. It's overflowing joy and bliss. It's contentment. It's satiety, literally. But the thing about satiety is that no matter how full we get, right? No matter how much you eat at the buffet, you'll feel full. But I promise you, eventually, you're going to be hungry again. This is peak emotion. This is fullness. This is completion. This is that feeling where you say, this is what I've always wanted. And you feel it's like when you're on Christmas, you get that toy that you wanted. And you say, this is what I've always wanted. I promise you, eventually you're going to want something else. Like any kid knows. Eventually, that toy's cool, but that toy, that's what I really want. And that's just the way it goes. The serotonin, right? It lasts for a while. But then it's like, I'm kind of hungry again. Like my stomach's growling. It's like, wow, I thought I ate enough last time. Well, yeah, you did. But it filters through your aura, And then we're right back to, I've got a desire. I've got a mountain that I want to climb. There's something else I want to do with my life. You know, there's another something out there for me. And that's just the way it goes. And that's why the devil gets a bad rap. Because the devil is desire, and desire never ceases. We can stop it for a moment by satisfying those desires and practicing cultivating a sense of contentment. Letting that serotonin, it's that rest and digest energy, to just feel good about what we've got. To feel like, in this moment at least, it's a window of time. Let's just dilate time. Let's make it last. I don't want anything else. I have everything I want, everything I need. I feel great. I wouldn't change anything. This is an emotional cycle that has reached fullness. Let yourself feel it. Enjoy the closeness, the love, the connection. Enjoy the achievement of the goal. Okay? Share it. Family, friends, pets, plants, people. Okay? But don't automatically be thinking, what's next? What am I going to have? Like, I had a big lunch. What am I going to have for dinner? No. Just enjoy that. Savor it. I think that's the word we're looking for. Savor the feeling of being content. After the buffet, and you sit there, and I loosen my belt, and you put my hand on my tummy, and I just think, that feels good. It feels good to be here with my people and to be in this moment. And I wish it would last. This is a moment that you wish would last forever. But you recognize that this is a completion. It's not a permanent state. There are no permanent states. Every single tarot card is talking about what the next one that comes after. So what's after the 10? Not the 11. Come on, who said that? No, it's the ace again. It's the 1. It's the beginning. We're going to start again. After you eat your fill and you sit there and you feel really good and you feel nice and full and I don't want to move, I don't want to do anything, I just want to sit here and watch football on TV, eventually you're going to have to get up and do something. Or you're going to start feeling hungry again. You sit there long enough, right? Probably 20 minutes, you'll be hungry again, time for dessert. My grandmother at the holidays, we'd have dinner and we'd all be just stuffed of dinner, holiday dinner. And then she'd say, who's ready for dessert? And it's like, Grammy, it's only been 5 minutes. Give us some time. And that's just it. We want to enjoy that time. Savor it. Okay? And let the joy be there. And share it with your people and savor it. And use this fullness to bless others, not just yourself, okay? This is teaching you your capacity to hold joy and love and connection. This is a card that's saying, I have enough. And then, of course, what do we get next? We get a 9. We get, I want something else now. The 9 of Wands is a card of strength. It's a card of feeling the optimal strength. If you eat too much, you don't feel very good and you feel kind of lethargic, a little bit sluggish. Yeah. This is like the optimum amount where it's just like I've eaten just enough that I'm just like, I want to go run. I want to go build a house or something. Like I've got energy. Okay? I think that this card is saying a couple things. One, that you're very close to unlocking this state of contentment. Okay? Very close to, you're on the home stretch. This is the last push. The final push leads to a visible sign of progress that proves that your endurance has paid off. Okay? You're tired, but you're not done. One more focused effort. Unlock that door. Unlock that 10 of Cups. Okay? And then after you enjoy that 10 of Cups, understand that you're going to, feel kind of, you're going to feel energized to keep going. You're going to feel energized. You're going to feel like this is optimum sort of speed, cruise control. We're not going too fast, not going too slow. This feels like we can keep going. We're in the zone, so to speak, you know. And so I think like getting to the top of the mountain, you look up, you realize there's more mountain if you want it. When you're ready, when you're hungry again, that devil, that goat, can keep climbing. Okay. So the card that comes after this, of course, is the Ten of Wands. That's the completion of the effort. The effort is almost done. It's one more push of effort and you'll be done. And then you'll be in the 10 of, you know, the 10 here. And then just know that there is more journey for you if you want it. Because there's a sense of there's a deeper sense of purpose there. And again, we could finish the contract, but then it's like, we're not going to just stop working. Maybe you finish your career and you retire, but you're not done living your life. You still have other desires and other wills and other drive and other motivations. So again, your destiny is not, I'm going to be a blacksmith. And then what happens when you're not a blacksmith anymore? Does that mean you have no sense of purpose? No. It's not about what you're doing. It's about how and why you're doing it. And if you have a good why, you're going to feel energized to keep doing your purpose, to keep serving the world in whatever capacity it is. Maybe in a certain phase of your life, you were serving the world as a blacksmith. Maybe at a certain period of time in your life, you're going to be serving the world as a librarian. I don't know. I like both of those things. I could do both of those, maybe. It's just it's your essence expressed through different forms. Let's look at the mystery card now. Probably be a 9 of something, or an ace, maybe an ace. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. 3 of Pentacles. This is the drive, the alignment of those drives, the sovereign drive, the pleasure drive, ruled over by the creative, generative drive, the drive that says, I want to create something that serves the world. I have a bigger mission that goes beyond just me, beyond my ego, beyond my own gratification. I have a desire, a drive to serve my family, or to serve my neighborhood, or to serve my country, or to serve the universe, to serve God, to serve spirit, okay? To serve my friends or my brother or whatever. Serve my pets, you know. That's that generative drive. And this, the 3 of Pentacles, is the perfect alignment of all 3 of those drives. Because that's how you succeed. You got to have some pleasure. It's got to feel good to do it sometime. Not all the time, but sometimes it has to, right? And you have to feel that it's your choice. You have to feel the sovereignty. That you're the one that decided that this is how you're going to do it. Or this is how you're going to express your essence. Feel like you have some sort of power or control or free will. So you can't necessarily change your essence, but you do get to choose how you express that essence. And this is work. That's the definition of work. So when I say work, I'm not just saying that you're in some career or you got some job. This is your life's work. This is the work of you expressing your essence through whatever it is. Maybe gardening. Maybe you got a little ant farm. I don't know. Maybe you're growing maybe you're making applesauce. I don't know what you do. But that's your work. I don't care if you're a teenager. I don't care if you're 120 years old. I don't care if you're 220 years old. The work that you do is how you're expressing your essence. It's how you're living your Tao, your path, your own unique life. And now we're going to do our own unique extended reading. So please click on the link in the corner. There's also a link in the video descriptions. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we are all in this together.